Welcome back, everyone, to Dinan, France for the final of our six-person stepladder. No previous matches. Valentin Saulnier defeated Magro and Braga, and then defeated his teammate Alexandra Lopez, and in the last match defeated Cynthia Frendo Duca. And here is Valentin facing Daria Pajak in the final, and this is for the title of this six-person stepladder here in the Dinan stage. Welcome, everyone. Bruce Hall here for the 2020 edition of the Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup. And Valentin has been hot. His last game was 257 against Cynthia Frendo Duca. And he is taking that IQ tour on this beaten path pattern, 41 feet. And watch how deep he's playing. And look at the back end he gets, even with this symmetrical ball. Not a very aggressive ball he's throwing, but look at that back end. Starts off with a strike, nudges out the 10-pin, and I think Daria Pajak, who's a wonderful ladies player, is going to have her hands full in this match. So let's see how we do. You can see Valentin in there around fifth arrow, between fourth and fifth arrow, and let's see how we do. Here's our first look at Daria in this competition. She shot 225 over, 1425 scratch for her qualifying, led the qualifying by about 40 pins. And here she is, and she'll play deep too. Not quite as deep as Valentin. That ball doesn't quite make the corner and leaves a variation of the bucket. There's a 2-4-8 that she'll have to convert. And we can see it gets to the break point and just passes through it just a little bit. Doesn't quite make the corner. We mentioned the beaten path pattern, and that pattern is 41 feet, 26 milliliters of oil, and a 5.7 to 1 ratio. And we're seeing scores in these finals, especially by Valentin, comparable to the scores we saw in the neon pattern, actually, back in Angers Sud. So there's Daria, no problem with the spare, gets it to turn from the edge and come around and give her the spare in the first frame. Ladies in international competition get 8 pins of handicap, and so we'll add that into Daria's score right from the beginning as we track it. And it has not made a difference in any of these matches so far. Valentin has been able to overcome both the ladies, Alexandra and Cynthia. And let's see how Daria responds on this left lane. And that's a little slow. It gets the turn for the nasty 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. And she's going to most likely open here unless she can come up with a great shot to the right of the 3-pin and push that over into the 4-7. So let's see how she attacks this spare. She looks like she got right in Valentin's track area there and saw some early hooks. So be interesting to see how she adjusts to that, whether it's with more speed or she moves her feet. Give her 3 out, and tough start for Daria. And she's already behind the 8-ball a little bit with Valentin, but let's see if he can get a string of strikes going here. Dinan, France, beautiful city, about 200 miles due west of Paris. And we had the Angers Sud version of the six-person stepladder, and here is the Dinan stage for the stepladder. Wonderful tour around the European area and highlighting some great talent over there. And here's Valentin right around 5th arrow, very deep. Give him the flush strike. Beautiful shot there. Valentin could be very tough to beat here. He is rolling and throwing it beautifully. And look at that IQ tour with just the perfect turn. Perfect angle through the pin, splits the 8-9. And Daria's got to be thinking, I need to figure this out quickly to keep up with Valentin. And Valentin can stay around that 5th arrow, between 4th and 5th arrow, because his speed will carry him through, and he's throwing a very relatively tame ball, a ball that's not going to overflip on him. that should just kind of even out the pattern. I think that was deeper yet. I think Valentin has moved left to even stay further left of Daria. Let's see where that was. That was between 5th and 6th arrow. So he's really chasing it in. And there's an adage of, where should I play on the lane? Well, one board inside of your opponent. So Valentin certainly employing that technique now. Here's Daria. What will she do? Light on this lane last time. Let's see what happens. And out to the right. Bring it back. Oh, gets the scrambling, crumbling bucket. Gets out the 410. Boy, this is about the friendliest hit you can see. Turn it up. Boy, you can't get any lighter than that and still strike. So Daria makes the adjustment, gets the ball back to the pocket. Give her the strike there. And let's see what she does on this left lane. She went through the beak for a nasty split last time. Will she move her feet? Will she increase her speed? What will she do? And I think went a little deeper. And get out of there, 9-pin. Thank you for the friendly messenger, says Daria. And let's see where this crosses. That's right around 5th, or a little bit inside of where she was before. It also looks like more speed. So I think she threw a more aggressive shot. And that sends a little bit of notice to Mr. Saulnier and says, I'm not going anywhere, says Daria Pajak, a fierce competitor, age 27, alum of Weber University here in the States in Florida, and won PWBA title, and she was Rookie of the Year on that tour in 2017. And here comes Valentin. Can he get the 4th one? Got around that one through the beak. Oh, nasty, nasty. There is the 3, 6, 7, 9, 10 through the beak. Ooh, just got it a little slow maybe, and turned right through the beak. That would be, as we say, 5 through the middle. This match just got more interesting. And he still has a lead. Let's see what he can do here in terms of the spare. To get as many as he can. He has a chance to make it. No, give him 9 out. So that's going to be Daria Pajak just pulled within 2 pins of this match. She was down an open and a double, but now she's pulled within 2 pins with her handicap of 8 pins, as we said, by international rule. And here is Valentin looking to get back on track here. Let's see if he makes any adjustments. He's been so locked in, he really hasn't had to move. Or maybe when all the moves he's made have been correct. Have they been based on strikes or based on watching his opponent? And he's been really, really staying ahead of this pattern. And beautiful shot there. Good comeback. Deep. Nice firm shot by Valentin. And back on the strike train once again. That was right around 25, or right around the 5th arrow, but got it clean through the front. And give him the strike. Valentin obviously very comfortable with the deep inside shot, and with his revolutions, why not? Valentin, age 23, 6-time member of Team USA. And here's Daria, can take the lead with a strike here. And let's see what she can do. Pretty good looking shot. Look at this. Get out of there, messenger. Oh my lord. A screaming messenger back across the lane. Brings itself in front of the 10-pin. Cannot manage the lead, but boy, you can't blame her for that shot. That was a beautiful shot. Of course, all her shots look so nice. She's so clean at the line with such a great hand position. And let's see if she can clean up this 10-pin here. And no problem there. Good shot. All right, folks, 3-pin match. It's all you can ask. Getting into the 6th frame. Let's see what Daria does here. Daria and Verity Crawley looks like just got their visas to come over to the U.S. for the PWBA tour, so very much looking forward to having them back on that tour. And there's a shot over fifth arrow, dead flush in the pocket. Beautiful shot by Daria. And again, sending the message. And that's, I think her feet are even left of Valentin, crossed exactly where he did, went a little bit further right in terms of her break point. But that ball flips harder. I think she's throwing a more skid, flippy type ball than Valentin is, as one would normally expect playing deep inside. Here's Valentin, can extend his lead. He has a 3-pin advantage right now. Can he strike to extend his lead? Pretty good looking shot. Oh, high again for almost the 4-6. Breaks it up to only leave the 6-pin. Fortunate there. He gets another unexpected flip. I think he liked that shot off his hand, but let's watch what it does in the back end. And it turns up too hard for him and through the beak. And there's the 6-pin to cover. Once again, shout out to Bruno Bidone for coordinating and sponsoring these matches. Shout out to Cubic AMF for their backing of this. And he goes by the 6-pin on the right. An unforced error there by Valentin. And can't believe he did it. And a little surprised there. Maybe just got a little bit complacent. Daria takes the lead on the bench and now has a 9-pin lead over Valentin. Let's see what he does. He's been perfect on this lane. Let's see how he does here. And another pretty good looking shot again through the beak. I wonder if he's catching some of Daria's back end, or he's getting a little bit careful maybe sometimes. When you're bowling a tough competitor, you tend to get a little bit maybe tentative. And again, not a lot of room for error on this beaten path pattern, especially as deep as he is. He's definitely, the pattern's definitely been beaten up by the competition, and he's deeper and deeper trying to stay ahead of it. And there's a 3-6-10, which he flags outright. Oh, tough error there by Valentin. After 3 wonderful games, really struggling here in the middle of the title match. And Daria now really in the driver's seat, enjoying a 22-pin lead at this point. And let's see if she can take advantage of it. Daria, the competitor that she is, I would expect now is the time to step on the gas. Right over fourth arrow, turn it up. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a break. Getting the 2-pin out by Daria. Came up late. She's been light on that lane almost every time. And indeed, light again. Let's look at the friendly roll of that 2-pin. That's huge, because that really would have let Valentin back in the match with that split. But let's see if she can convert this 10-pin. And not expecting any issues on the 10. We'll see. And a great shot there by Daria. Daria Pajak, 22-pin lead. Going into the last 3 frames of this match. And she can obviously shut out Valentin. Valentin with a chance for 208. And Daria right now with her handicap going at a 2:00 pace. So Valentin would really be advised to strike out here to put some pressure on Daria to make her double at least once in these next 3 frames. And that's a good way to get get started on the double. Any double in the next 3 frames, and Daria will shut out Valentin. And look at this beautiful shot, right over fifth arrow. Flush through the pocket. After that nasty split, her first shot on that lane, she really has dialed it in. Hasn't missed since. And here's Valentin. Needs to take a breath and get things back on track and do what he can to punch and put some pressure on Daria. And that's the way to do it. Good shot there. Back on track. He says, I better get them all now. See if I can put some pressure on Daria, maybe at least make her double. And beautiful shot there. Let's see what he does here. Of course, the 2021 competition heating up. And they will be once again touring Europe in the fall time frame. And this will be very interesting to see how those matches unfold and who's able to compete in them. And great shot there by Valentin. He says to Daria, I'm not going anywhere. And look at this. 2 beautiful shots. Great comeback shots by Valentin there. Just what he needed. And cuts Daria's lead to 12. But once again, it's all about total score now. The best Valentin can do continues to be 208. If Daria can strike here, it puts her in the 2 teens. And she definitely controls her own destiny. And, oh, look at that trip for bowler's best friend. A little bit high in the pocket on a lane that she's been light on. She says, I'm not going to be light this time. Comes up high. Look at that slap 4-pin. Great trip there. And every shot she throws, that release is just so beautiful. She says, give it to me right now. Good shot. And here's the piece de resistance. Excuse me butchering that phrase. But Daria with ball in hand just needs a mark. And another beautiful shot. And how about a strike to cap things off? Daria Pajak. High qualifier at 225 over with her handicap 273 over and wins from the top position. And history has shown that's about a 50-50 proposition. If you're leading, you got a 1-game match, which I guess makes sense, but sometimes it's even less than that because the person coming up knows the pair and sees what's happening. But Daria Pajak, tough competitor that she is, wins this 6-person stepladder here in the Dinan stage of the 2020 Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup. And just victory lap for Daria. I'm going to say congratulations to her, and we'll be really looking forward to having her on the PWBA Tour in the first half of 2021. Great shot there by Daria. And we'll just wrap things up here. And Daria's obviously been working hard on her game and that natural release. Oh, look at that. Put the finishing touches on it. And give her 222 with her handicap 230. Great game by Daria Pajak, winner of this 6-person stepladder competition. And here's Saulnier just closing things out. 208 is the best he can do, but a great effort by Valentin. And that's going to be 9 out, so he'll be under 200. Once again, shout out to my friend Bruno Bidone and his support of Bowling for Gold, by the way. He posts in our webpage, and my friend Christopher Bayali and his wife Amy were usually part of this competition. Couldn't make it this year. and hopefully they can get over there next year. And once again, Bruce Hall, it's my privilege to be your international announcer for these matches. And you can see more of these matches on this same Facebook channel. Hit that like button and share if you are inclined. And there's the finishing touches of Valentin's game, and that's going to put him in the 180s. But Daria Pajak with the championship. Congratulations to Daria. And we will see you all back here, hopefully, on a future edition of the 2020 Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup. And there's Daria with the trophy. Congratulations, Daria.